I'm Colleen Derrick with Swaggers Insurance. Welcome to Giving and Generosity. 3.2, death of the death and taxes will happen part, and to do with giving to communities and friends. Do you want to have a trustee manage the funds for the community or for a friend? It's a good question. Often we have a really good intent to give, but we have this desire to control, or like we visited in one of the other modules, perhaps we can surrender control, but let's maybe consider involvement, right? And perhaps we don't need to be involved ourselves. Perhaps we want to assign somebody to sort of oversee the management of that gift, just to help everybody make sure that it's doing what we intended it to do. Did you know you could do that? Did you know that was an option? It is. Talk to a professional, possibly your lawyer can help set that up. And again, a financial advisor can help with some of these concepts and anchor you through with what your big plan is. And you can connect with lots of very good certified professionals in Alberta. Online, you can do with FP Canada or Kingdom Advisors for biblical-based advisors for financial advising, or we of course have CPAs and CFAs. We have lots of people that know a lot of stuff, and you have access to them. So tap into those resources. You can go through money restorations and have some referrals to some great professionals that you can trust, that are going to care about you and what you're wanting to see happen with that gift to the community or to your friends. And whether you need a trustee or not, the question is, well, again, we go back to module 1, which is why are you giving that? And then we want to ask when and where. So do you want to give to a friend directly? Or do you want to give to a trust that the friend might have access to some of the benefits when somebody's managing that? Do you want to give to a community project directly? Or some community projects actually have affiliations with registered charities, and that would take us down to 3.3 with giving to charities. Did you know that that exists? I found that really interesting, that there are some organizations that have affiliations with registered charities, and if I give to that registered charity, it's treated differently and handled differently, perhaps more tax preferentially for me than just giving to the community endeavor directly. Also, competency and intent. If I'm giving not cash, if I'm giving, again, this question of an investment, can they manage it well? Am I wanting to do an endowment, which is I'm endowing a chunk of money for them to manage and steward, to take the growth off to do a specific item? Is that what my intent is? And do they have the competency and the intent that aligns with, just because I want that to happen? Once I give that up, again, we're giving up control. And maybe we can say no to control, but we can say yes again to interest and involvement. Questions that are very valuable. And with friends, if friends, well, on death, you're going to be gone. So if they really mismanage that money, are you going to care? No, you're not going to be here. But some of the other friends might. And so we want to be thinking, is this going to speak love? Is this going to speak kindness to not just them, but other people? And so maybe you need to just think about not first impact only, but second and third impact as well. When you're giving life insurance, it's private. That's a great, you get a mortality gate, it's tax-free, get all these things. Talk to or watch some of Lillian's insurance videos on life insurance, talk to a professional. Competency and intent upon death. Again, we have professionals that get involved, but they also take money. And so you want to just have an awareness on that, on when I die, how much do I want to be spent on the managing of these gifts that I'm giving? And how much do I actually want to get put to use? And where am I willing to make my trade-offs? Do I want that money put into a trust and held until a certain year or a certain project is completion, or a certain friend is of a certain age? Are these factors that matter to me? Again, we don't have answers per se, but what we have is questions, and those are questions that you can take to a professional to help you flush this out.